Hello, this is Lance, and I will be starting a new series on my channel concerning music production, Ableton, anything a beginner of music production could possibly need, or certainly things that I found very helpful when I started off my music production career, if you can call it that. Yes, so I will be starting off this series with a little course on Subbase. And if you're watching this video and wondering why is it important, why do I need a Subbase, what is a Subbase, then this is definitely the right video you're watching. So let's start off. I'll play you a quick snippet of my latest remix I'm working on that demonstrate this quite nicely, I think. So, in this drop, we have the bass section, of course, which sounds like this. It's consistent of three parts: the highs, the mids, and the sub, which I will be talking about today. Now, first and foremost, if you're listening to this on headphones that are below, I would say about 80 bucks, then you probably won't hear the sub. If you're listening to this on laptop speakers, then most definitely you won't hear the sub, but believe me, there is a sound there and it's pretty deep. So, first question, how would I go about creating a sub bass? So the most effective way I found is to take your mid bass, duplicate it, and you do that by holding or pressing Command D on a Mac, and on a PC I believe it's Control D, or simply right clicking and duplicate. I already did that, of course, so I'll delete this again. And the reason why you do this is to preserve any information concerning automation or directly inside of the synth, any modulation that you have going on, so that the sub bass is really an exact copy of the mid bass, just lower basically. So that's what I have here. And if we take a look at the massive patch itself, I can explain to you how you go about now actually creating that sound, that really deep, grumbly sub bass sound. So if I play a sound here, oh, that's a nice note. So as you can tell, if you listen to this on good speakers, you can certainly understand that the sub bass is more of a sound that you feel rather than hear, as to the mid bass is a lot more hearing than feeling. So the sub bass is something that would kick you in the stomach in a club, for example, or something like that. Something that really press onto your ears, and yeah. So the sub bass basically consists of square wave, which is turned off for some reason. Okay, so a square wave, which has the purpose of being deep, but not as deep as the sine wave, which is the second synth, or the second oscillator rather, in this massive patch. I'm using massive. You can use anything else. You can use the native Ableton thing, which is called operator. You can use silent, whatever you like to it. Just use the same oscillators and you will get the same effect. So the first one is, like I said, a square wave, and it sounds like this. And the second oscillator is the sine wave. Now that's the really deep stuff, yeah? As you can see, it's twice as low as the square wave. So the square wave really just serves the purpose of giving it some top end, making it audible on iPod headphones, or something like that. Very important also for a Subbase is that it's not distorted in any way. So I turned the classic tube off, for example. Here I turned the dimension expander off. I turned any inserts off. Turned everything off that would make the mid bass crispy or distorted or something like that. So you want the Subbase to be very clean and not mess around with the distortion too much. So what you want to do then with it is cut it off at, or take any EQ. I took EQ8 in this case, which you find under Audio Effects and EQ8. And I pushed down a high pass filter to about 150, which is where the sub-bass area basically ends about. So sub-bass goes from 30 hertz, which is here, to about 150, 100 kilohertz, 100 hertz, sorry. And then above that is mid from about 100 to 1K, and then above that is highs and high mids and stuff like that. So I cut it off right here, and as you can see, the mid bass is also cut off at 150 around. The purpose of that is that they don't interfere, and that you have the most clean result as possible once the track is done. Yes. I have some compressors on here. I can tackle those in a different video. Here's some sine chain compression. That's definitely worth a video. If you have any ideas on that note, what you would like me to tackle, then please feel free to leave this as a comment down below. And yeah, that's basically it about subs. If you have any more questions concerning the subs specifically, also leave a comment down below. I'll try my best to answer them. Certainly no expert in the field, but I will try to give you the knowledge that I have already. And I hope to see you in the future. If you have the time, please feel free to check me out on soundcloud.com/lanceofficial. I have a lot of free songs to download. Basically, all of my songs are free to download, except for the most recent one. And I hope to see some feedback and some favorites in the near future. Thank you, and be sure to subscribe.